Alright, hello everyone, Amanda here with Eclectic Scribbles, and I'm back to you today with a brand new video. Today's video is the next set in the 100 days of Eclectic Tangles, and we are doing days 36 through 40 in today's video. So we're going to jump right in here just like we did last week and get started on our tangles and running through these. Alright, so day 36 is Lilo. It's for May 7th, which is actually today when I'm filming, so I'm a little behind here, but bear with me, we're going to make it happen. I'm going to switch my pins out here, and we're going to start with this 3 sort of petal pattern here. So I'm going to make the middle petal, and then come out and make the 2 side petals. Next, we're going to give it a stem, which is a rectangle on top of a skinny rectangle, and then you just connect the bottoms like that to make it look like it's wrapping around the stem. And we're going to go up and around twice on each side of that petal. Then we're going to come out with 2 more sort of petal shapes coming down from the middle or pointing up toward the middle on either side. I can't seem to talk today. Alright, so there we have that. And inside we're going to add some circles as decoration. And I just added mine in the wrong spot, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it. So yours are supposed to go on this little middle section here and not in the actual petal itself. And then some little leafy elements. Of course, you can always decorate this in any way you want. This is the actual tangle version, but then there are 2 other variations that I'll show you in the step out for this one. So there you go, there's one version, and then you can shade it anywhere you want. In any way you like. So that is Lilo. Next up is day 37, which is Akoya, is what we're going to call it, I guess, for May 8th. And I'm going to do my example over here with just the 2 dots so that I can make it a little bit bigger, and so that I can sort of give you a little bit more of a view. So if we've got 2 dots instead of 4, I'll try to make them a little bit bigger here. We're going to connect the bottom to the top of that one, and then the next step is just going to be to sort of loop down under it and come up. So there we're going to have that shape, and then you're going to add little circles across the top, and they sort of get smaller as you go up. And all the way around, and it'll curve around and start all over again in the next, once you hit the next thing. And then the next step is to do the same thing on the bottom of each one. So we're just going to start with a slightly bigger circle and then work our way down to little bitty circles. You can add as many or as few as it takes to get to the next big circle that you started with. We're going to have a circle in the middle of that gap we made, and 1 or 2 on either side of it. And then you're going to color in the empty space around those little circles. So end up with little sections that look something like that, and then all together they'll form like a little bubble line, and that is Akoya. Alright, day 38 is Fassett, and I've written out my step out a little bit weirder here. So here's the basics, and then from here you shade or decorate any way you want. but this is a breakdown showing you of what actually happens in each of the triangles. So to start off, you're going to take whatever shape that you have. Mine is a square, obviously, and you're going to divide it in to a bunch of random triangle shapes. So it doesn't matter where your triangles happen to fall, just that all of the little shapes inside are triangles. So I'm going to try to make some of my triangles a little bit bigger than I did in the original example, so that it's a little bit easier to tell what's going on. You start from any point that you want, and as long as you end up with triangles, you're fine. So it doesn't matter if it looks exactly like this, just however as many or as few triangles as you want. Okay, and then you're going to fill each one of those little triangles with slightly smaller triangles. So 1 or 2 slightly smaller triangles, just like this example here. And you're going to go through and you're going to do that for each of the triangles you created in whatever shape they happen to have formed. That one got a little away from me, so I'm just going to put 1 in it. So whatever kind of triangle your random lines formed is what you're going to stick to in the little concentric triangles that you put inside of it. And you keep going until you've got your whole area covered and each of your triangles has been filled in. So I got a couple more here. One last one. There we go. Alright, that is the next step. So you can leave it here if you want, but then the next step is to connect each of the points of the triangles with a line. So you're going to go through and you're going to connect a line through each of the 3 points on the set of triangles. So if you only put one triangle inside of the other one, you're connecting the 2 triangles together point by point. If you put 2 triangles inside of your main triangle, then you're connecting all 3 point by point. Just going to go in and continue to make this line, and it can get a little woo and a little confusing, but it does kind of look cool once it's all done. It's got sort of a weird 3D effect that it creates, like an optical illusion is what I was thinking of. So it looks really cool once it's done, and of course you can take your time and do it a lot neater than I'm doing it here, and it will look 10 times better, but I'm just trying to get through it to show you how to do it rather than to make it pretty. Alright, so there you have it. So really cool looking once it's all filled in, and then you can go in and you can shade any of the little areas that you want. It sort of starts to form these little stars in it, depending upon where you're looking at it. So it's really cool. But that is Fassett. Alright, day 39 is Trigue, and it's a cute, fun one that is really easy to do. So you're going to start with sort of a swoopy shape, and you're going to fatten both ends and color that in. Then you're going to come up off the top and around the side and make like a 7. That's basically how I write a 7. You're going to make a slightly bigger one, and then one more, and then off this last one you're just going to hook up and come down, and then come down off of it a couple more times, almost like you're forming petals. And that is really all there is to it. So you just going up and then you're coming down a little bit, and you can stack a whole bunch of these together. You can shade inside of these little areas if you want to give it a more flowery sort of look, but very simple to do. And the last one for today's video is 40, which was Roza, and is for May 11th. So this one had a longer set of step outs, and I'm going to do mine right here. So we start off with this sort of curved teardrop sort of shape. And then we're going to hook off of it with like a backwards moon shape. And then come off with a smaller one. We're going to sort of form a cone inside of that and then make two little humps. We're going to swing off of that one petal. We're going to make a little petal sort of lip in there and then connect these two petals over so it looks like it's curving around the little cone shape. And then we're going to start to build the rest of the petals off the side and the bottom. And then we're going to continue to work that around. You can overlap whichever ones you want, however you want. So I'm going to do those two, put this one behind. I'll put this one behind and this one behind, these two here. And then you have that. You're going to come off the point of each of those little petal shapes and just come down and around, sort of giving it the idea that it might be curling up on that side, like the petal curves up. And then you're going to just proceed to shade and decorate any way you want. So this is just putting a bunch of little dots and those little curved marks. You can shade it and darken up the inside to give it a more 3D effect. However you want to do it is absolutely fine there. And that is going to take care of these 5 days of Eclectic Tangles. So we'll be back next time with days 41 through 45. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a big thumbs up. If you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you are informed each and every time I upload new content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye to Daryl and bye to Brianna, my little friends.